me travelling along with you, and it's from the old I travel to the new. Keep me travelling along with you. Well, hello everybody. So this month we've been thinking about harvest and creation and God's wonderful world. And I wonder if you can guess what I might be talking about today. Sunflowers, yes, sunflowers. And sunflowers are amazing things. I don't think they get actually mentioned in the Bible on their own. I might be wrong. But we know that God made all the plants, all the flowers and all the trees. And I think when he made sunflowers, he had lots of good ideas. For a start, they grow very big and they're very colourful. And they look like the sun, and they actually follow the sun when they're growing. And they have lovely yellow petals. But there's something special about the centre of the sunflower. And I wonder if you know what that is. If you've got sunflowers in the garden, and I know some of you have because I've seen pictures of them. When the flower dies, something amazing happens in the centre. And the sunflower in particular is full of seeds. And the birds love the seeds. So if you leave your sunflowers in the garden, even when they're not looking quite so good, there's still lots of seeds there for the birds. And sometimes in the middle of winter, when the sunflowers have all gone, I have to go and buy some sunflower seeds for my feeder for the birds. And of course then what happens is the seeds fall on the ground. And then something else really magical happens because those seeds grow. I planted some sunflower seeds this year, but I must admit I did forget where I planted them until we came back one weekend and I saw this huge sunflower in the garden. It had grown without me noticing it, and it was very tall, and I was very happy, made me smile. So sunflowers can teach us a lot. They can teach us about how flowers turn towards the sun. And that reminds us that we can turn to our Son, Jesus Christ, the Son of God. And sunflowers are sunny and bright, and they can cheer us up, and they can cheer other people up too. And that's what Jesus asks us to do. He asks us to go and cheer people up, to give them good news. And then, of course, when the sunflower fades a bit, and sometimes we all feel as if we're fading a bit, even people like me, I think definitely I'm fading. My colour in my hair is fading, it's all going grey, but I can still carry seeds. And the seeds that I carry can be the seeds of good news. And the seeds can be there for people to take if they want to. Just like the birds take the seeds from the centre of the sunflower. So that's why my theme today is about sunflowers. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you want to draw some sunflowers, or if you want to send me some pictures of your sunflowers in your garden, please do. Now, last week I was trying to teach you a new song, and it was called Autumn Days. And although we've had some very nice sunny weather, I fear that autumn days are on their way. But this little song is all about saying thank you, and we mustn't forget to say thank you. And that's what we're going to be doing over the next few weeks, thanking God for his wonderful gifts, the gifts of creation and of harvest. So do you remember the song went like this? Autumn days when the grass is jewelled and the silk inside a chestnut shell, jet planes meeting in the air to be refuelled, all these things I love so well, so I mustn't forget. No, I mustn't forget to say a great big thank you, I mustn't forget. And it's always that last note. It's because I've had a cold, that's my excuse, that it never quite works, does it? Anyway, la 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 la. It's quite a jolly tune, isn't it? So try and remember that, and we'll sing it again next week. And that's a really nice autumn song, and we might be able to sing that for harvest. So, I don't think sunflowers appear in the Bible, but plants do, and we know that God loves plants and loves animals and loves us. And one of the things Jesus said is that it's really important to pray. Now, prayer can be something that you do by your bedside at night. It can be when you're out walking. Sometimes we just say a really quick prayer like an arrow in the sky and say, please God, can you help this situation, or help me, or help mummy, or help somebody I know who's very sad. We call those arrow prayers because the prayer that Jesus taught us does cover an awful lot of things. So we're going to say that again today. And it's in the Bible. We know that Jesus taught his disciples this prayer. So we'll say it together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And so one of the things you can try to do this week is to say your prayers. Very important. And sometimes you can just listen. God's always listening. Sometimes we talk rather a lot, but God is always listening. So you can tell him your worries and your thank yous and your sorries when you don't do things quite the way you should have done. And I suppose all that sums up in the song we've been learning as well, which is Know, Love and Follow Jesus, because he's got the good news. And that's what we want to spread around, just like the seeds of the sunflowers. Know, love and follow Jesus. Know, love and follow him. Know, love and follow Jesus. Speak his name, feel him within. So I hope you have a good week at school, or at nursery, or at home. And just try to remember when you see the sunflowers in the fields about all those seeds that God made so that the birds would be able to eat and have plenty to eat. So I'll see you next week. No love